Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the case situation for COVID here in Bangkok. And somebody asked me a question the other day, and I thought it was actually rather relevant. And I know I've kind of talked on and on about what I think is going on with respect to the overall situation here in the city. And they asked me, they said, well, do you think people leaving Bangkok, and it's noticeable here in Bangkok right now that there's far fewer people than are here normally. And for those that sort of know the demography of Thailand, there are a number of people who work in Bangkok, sometimes seasonally, sometimes all year round, but they're not from Bangkok. You know, they're from upcountry generally or down south, but people are kind of drawn to Thailand. It's an economic center, drawn to Bangkok. It's a sort of economic center, and it draws a lot of Thais in. Well, when nothing's really going on, especially the tourism industry, it's very eerie to walk around downtown Bangkok, especially in the evenings, and see all the, I never really realized how many hotels there were. It was just sort of part of the background. And you walking around now, it's just, wow, okay, every place, you can't swing, as we'd say back in Kansas, you can't swing a dead cat without hitting a hotel in Bangkok. They're just everywhere. And they employed a lot of people, and those people aren't necessarily needed right now. And so they've sort of, quote unquote, drained out of the city over time. We've seen this happen over 18 months. And, here recently, as things have kind of become a little bit more crazy with respect to people being upset about this overall situation, I think some folks that maybe were just kind of subsisting in the city might have said, yeah, I'm just going to go back home and stay there for a bit and see how this whole thing plays out. And what's the upshot of that? Well, there is an argument to be made that maybe, yeah, I think, case numbers in Bangkok will decrease. I don't know what that means sort of for the overall country, but I thought it was a good question somebody brought up that, yeah, as people leave, shouldn't that actually draw down the numbers? And it's an interesting point, and it'll certainly be interesting to see. We'll certainly keep folks updated as the situation progresses.